I'm so happy to be here, yeah. I'm just happy to be here. Still I know the world's on fire, the situation's dire. A lot of work and courage gonna be required, but I'm just happy to be here.
Foggy day, look at this. We're coming out today. Onward's next in line. My girlfriend and I just spent the last 9 months living on our sailboat, and the last 7 sailing out the Great Lakes, down the East Coast to the Bahamas. We pulled our boat out in Jacksonville, Florida to head back to my son Ethan for the summer and call hurricane season a little early. There's Onward. Going to their spot. Is there a parade? Is there really? Nice. That's our salesman, Jason. So yeah, we needed a vehicle to get from Florida to Idaho, so we went to Gordon Chevrolet. This is the car we just bought. This is the car we bought 2 days ago that broke down. So we're swapping everything over to get into our new truck. Yeah, unfortunately our first truck broke down, but Gordon Chevrolet took care of us and swapped us out. Here we are, transitioning to land life. Sailing onward to adventuring onward. Sea to land. We are all loaded up. Prepared for a cross-country trek from Florida to Wisconsin to Idaho. We were definitely in no hurry, so one of the first stops we made after leaving was Fort King in Ocala. It was built in 1827 by the U.S. military, and they say it served as a buffer between the new settlers and the Seminole before they were removed. The next morning we continued north and found an interesting little spot in South Carolina. Dun, dun, dun. Should have brought the gun. The Stump House Tunnel was originally part of the Blue Ridge Railroad project, intended to connect Charleston to the Midwest. However, with the Civil War and general economy, construction halted in the 1950s and was never completed. Feel the draft right here. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I don't know if it collapsed or there's an access to the top, but it looks like there's a hole.
Continuing north the next day, we did a few hikes to find some waterfalls. Oh wow, holy shit. A short little drive north, we continued onward and did another hike to go see Yellow Branch Falls. While in northern Georgia, we decided to tackle part of the 390-mile Georgia Traverse. So the Georgia Traverse is a 390-mile on-road and off-road northern Georgia Traverse with some beautiful country, some awesome roads, and lots of water crossings. Yeah, in the summer people jump off here, I'm sure. There were a few sections of the Traverse that were closed, but we spent about 3 days doing about 300 miles and had a blast. It was a lot of fun testing out the Chevy Colorado ZR2. She's a state-of-the-art off-road machine, she really is.
Longest river crossing Eric's ever done.
We woke up the next morning to a light dusting of snow, which was kind of a nice treat after being in the tropics for the last couple months. Yeah, it was definitely a beautiful morning.
It's neither a mole nor a rat. In fact, they're more closer to porcupines.
They do have eyeballs. We can't remember where the heck this was, but we found a cute little zoo somewhere between Tennessee and Wisconsin, where we stopped and stretched our legs for a while. We moved onward, eventually got to Wisconsin, picked up Ethan, and made it all the way to St. Mary's, Idaho.
Oh, look at that.
Yo!
Yo-ho, hey! We're going to explore.
Of course, the exploring never stops with us, so follow along as we transition into hotshot truck drivers for the hurricane season of 2025 and transition from sailing onward into adventuring onward.
Like a permanent disguise for who you really are when the context is set aside. Try to pick your poison and make sure to choose a side. You'll earn a place among them as you're tethered